This episode is brought to you by Makeship, the makers of this special plush of Ranch. Check out the commercial break for more information about how you can get one of your very own.
I don't think I have to tell you how special this day is for your father.
Yeah, Mom, I know. Stay still, Daikon, please. It's only just a moment. Don't like the blush.
Oh, it's been 14 years since your father came to Earth, and he wants this day to be special. He's been talking for years about telling you the story.
Yes, I know.
Now, we both know that your father gets a little carried away, but let's give him that today, okay?
Dad's gonna tell you a story of the Saiyan race!
Saiyan race!
Papa,
Yes, honey.
we already agreed, remember? No singing.
Ranch!
I'm just teasing, Mom.
I'm sorry, my little monkey, but I'm so excited to finally tell you the story of our people.
Well, Vegeta tried to do it once, when we were all at Capsule Corps, but the only word I could hear was pride.
Well, that's Vegeta for ya.
What would that fool know anyway? As if he was a bear or what?
Well, technically...
Details. Everything will make sense once I get to the juicier parts.
Sure.
What were you doing behind the couch, Dad?
Watching. I'm always watching, son.
It all began thousands of years ago with the birth of the legendary Super Saiyan.
Uncle Raditz, I have a question.
Yes, Goten?
You seem to imply that this legendary Super Saiyan guy, he's the first Saiyan? I thought there were Saiyans before then.
I mean, sure there were, but
This legendary person isn't the start of the story then.
everything before then doesn't matter. We were mostly living in mud huts, and nobody wants to listen to me going on about mud huts.
Mud. But there had to be something, right?
Mud huts and hunter life sound kind of cool.
Would you kindly let me continue? If you want me to be more specific, our homeworld wasn't in fact Planet Vegeta. It was another realm, the planet known as Sadala. It had much stronger gravity than here on Earth, over 10 times stronger in fact. That higher gravity level was the main reason why we Saiyans evolved to be so strong. However, there was a civil war that broke out amongst various Saiyan tribes.
Tribes? You mean there were more than just one type of Saiyan?
Supposedly. At least that's what we could understand from ancient accounts. The cataclysm that followed meant that Sadala was no longer habitable. We had to find a new world to call home. And that world was what came to be known as Planet Vegeta.
Were there people on that planet when the Saiyans arrived?
There were weird little creatures, apparently.
You wiped them out, didn't you?
Just because our race has a reputation for conquering planets doesn't mean that happens all the time. Just some of the time. This time. Well, they started it. Now we're getting to the good stuff. What I've been trying to tell you from the start. The legendary Super Saiyan.
Oh, I remember Vegeta being pretty stoked about this part.
As he should be. It's one of our most sacred legends. You're not dealing with the average Saiyan legend anymore.
Respect your roots, kiddo. A glorious story of the Saiyan race.
It started 3,000 years ago. The evil Saiyans were wreaking havoc on planet Vegeta, until one day one Saiyan rose up and said no more. It was on that day that the legendary Super Saiyan, the man whose heart burned with righteous fury, appeared. Together with his 5 comrades, he declared an end to the evil and villainy that early Saiyans had spread throughout the galaxy.
Wait, weren't you like one of those evil Saiyans before you got here?
Yeah, weren't you working for some bad guys, Uncle Raditz? Not that it matters anymore.
Well, yes, but, no. I mean, I'm not done yet. The legendary Super Saiyan used his enormous power to put a stop to the evildoers and their nefarious plans for galactic domination.
Did he win?
Well, no, actually. He lost. Quite badly, I think.
Huh. Well, if he lost and totally failed to realize his plan, then why is he so legendary?
Because he's legendary!
Papa, I don't understand. This doesn't make any sense.
He had pure heart and fought valiantly!
You don't know the whole story, do you, Papa?
Well, it's all in the meaning, I mean...
Oh, it has a hidden meaning? What does it mean?
Well, it's open to interpretation, obviously. Moving on! Thousands of years later, and the Saiyan race was a different proposition altogether. We were a proud warrior race, ruled by King Vegeta. And let me tell you kids, I'd take this Vegeta over our Vegeta any day. His father had class, style, manners. Everything that his son lacks. Ignorant fool. Then, of course, there's my father, and your grandfather, Bardock. He was one of the most brilliant minds Planet Vegeta had ever seen. A true and gallant warrior who was a valuable asset to our case. A true Saiyan elite, even though those above him failed to recognize his brilliance.
Brilliant, huh? Was he like a scientist or something? Like a scientist?
What? No! A Saiyan scientist? Does Kakarot look like the son of a scientist? Father was a brilliant fighter, one of the most fierce warriors you could ever imagine. But sadly, we made a terrible mistake. In order to expand our reach across the universe, we had to forge an alliance with the suspiciously respectful King Cold. None of us lower class trusted him, nor did we trust his son, who ended up being even worse. Lord Frieza.
Lord Frieza?
Trunks? When did you get here?
I was invited.
Then sit your butt down and lend an ear. He was an evil, self-obsessed, and ugly tyrant.
I'm an evil, self-obsessed, and ugly tyrant, and I command you, filthy monkeys, to conquer planets for me. Did I mention that I'm evil? Because I am. Very much so.
I care for my people's well-being, but you are indeed correct, especially regarding the ugly part.
Good. Your presence disgusts me as much as my face disgusts you, I imagine. However, I do see a lot of promise in the young one they call Raditz. I like him so much that I want him to command an entire unit. He seems like a really hoopy frood. I feel he might possess a great power that I, Lord Frieza, can utilize. Gosh, that Raditz is so cool.
That's funny. I'm pretty sure I remember that part of the story a little differently.
Well, you know me. I'm a very humble guy. I didn't want to brag or anything.
I'm pretty sure that Frieza guy never said that. My father told me that he was the one that got you the spot in Frieza's army. Apparently, you cried to be let in.
Your father and I remember things differently. While I was truly flattered to get such a high position in Frieza's force, I never quite saw eye to eye with the fellow. I was deeply conflicted, and so I decided to share my worries with my parents. Ah, yes, your grandmother Gine. She was truly something. Strong but caring. A most unique Saiyan. Not the hard-nosed brute of a mare most female Saiyans were, no. She was like a rose in a bed of swords.
Just like Mom?
You got a basically 50-50 shot on that one.
That's right, dear. Your mommy is special. She's the rose and the sword. And I'd be careful, darling. You know that this rose has a real bad case of the sniffles.
Moving on!
Father, I think Frieza is up to no good. I think that he might be plotting to destroy Planet Vegeta.
What's that, my favorite and most brilliant son? How cruel of the beast! You were right to suspect him, son. I hope Kakarot will grow up to be like you and not like the oaf I fear that he may become.
I'm worried about Kakarot, though. I'm afraid he won't be as tough as me, and that Frieza may use him against us.
Oh, such concern for your sibling. Even if your mother's tenderness has made you softer than I would have liked, I'm proud of you, son. We should send little Kakarot away, just in case that ruffian Frieza dares to try anything funny. He will not get away with this, the scoundrel.
Wow! Grandpa Bardock sounds like a real superhero!
Right?
Yeah, I guess he sounds kind of cool. But was he a king? No. My grandpa was a king of an entire planet.
While we continued to toe the line following Frieza's orders, Father and I were anticipating what his next move would be and where he would strike. Sure enough, that moment came. One day, out of the blue, Frieza ordered every single Saiyan to return to planet Vegeta, without question. I was, at the time, on a mission with, well, the Prince. Let's just say he needed more than just military support.
Oh no! I'm so scared! Raditz, we have to go back! The brilliant and attractive Lord Frieza said so! Oh, I'm so frightened about what he might do should we disobey! Please, Raditz, we must away at once!
Fear not, my prince. This is quite clearly a cunning trap. Frieza, the vile fiend, is trying to lure our people into something grave. We must not return!
You fool! How dare you be so rude about our Lord and Savior! He will skin us alive should he find out what you said! Oh, I'm so scared!
I'm sure that even your tiny little mind can sense that there is something fishy going on here. We are low in numbers, and yet Frieza is showing weakness? What do you think he wants? To pat us on the back and say, well done?
Well, maybe. You never know. You know what? Upon further consideration, I have changed my mind. Forgive me, Raditz. My envy of your power, might, and amazing hairline blinded my better judgment.
I will always serve my people.
You're so cool, Raditz.
I know.
Okay, yeah, I know my dad would never say that. He doesn't even say that to me.
Yeah, that sounds nothing like Vegeta.
And Mr. Raditz, I don't want to be rude or anything, but this sounds more like a fairy tale you made up rather than the actual story of the Saiyan race.
Trunks, are you enjoying your pudding?
Yeah, it's pretty tasty.
Good. So shut up and eat it, or wear it. Okay.
The first episode of R&R broke 1 million views a while back, so it's quite clear that you guys like what we made there. Well, now you can get a piece of that action with this special plush of our channel mascot Ranch, thanks to the people over at Makeship. We have teamed up to provide this commemorative soft toy, which you can pre-order right now. Yeah, you better get that tab ready, I'll have the link for you in a sec. Here she is. Cute, isn't she? This figure stands at 20 centimeters tall when standing up here, 12 centimeters wide, and 9 centimeters deep. This is her in relation to the size of my head. And yes, I have a big head, but that's because it's so full of dreams, like her. As for the price, it is $30, which does include shipping internationally, and it will be shipping in August, so you'll have something to cuddle with for the winter for sure. But why does it take so long, I hear you ask? Well, it's because this is a campaign. We need at least 500 pre-orders to make this a reality, so if you want to see Ranch here take up residence in your own home, then you know what to do. And don't worry, if we don't meet the target, then you will be refunded, so no harm done there. So go to this link right here, or in the description, or in the pinned comment for more information, as well as securing your order. So be quick if you want to grab a Ranch of your very own. But anyway, thank you for listening, and let's get back to the episode.
Anyway, I was right to suspect Frieza. My father informed me prior to Vegeta's cowardly moment that Kakarot had been safely sent away from planet Vegeta, and that I was not to interfere with the ship's course. Naturally, me being the young, upstanding older brother, I would of course obey my father's noble instructions and play the fool in case there were any Saiyan spies afoot. My only regret was that I never got to fight alongside my father that day. It was truly a dark day for our people. Almost every Saiyan wiped out faster than blinking. Once Vegeta and I returned from our mission, we continued to work under Frieza's orders. We were lucky to be alive. However, Frieza chose to conceal the truth from us. We found out Planet Vegeta had been destroyed. We were informed that it was due to a rogue asteroid, but deep down, we knew what really happened. We decided, though, that starting an uprising right then and there wasn't exactly the smartest idea. So we waited. And waited. And then, the wait was over. I remember our last mission as a team. It was a simple affair. Take out the trash, as it were. Planet Schick was to be our target. Open and shut acquisition for our Lord Frieza.
And did you take out the trash?
Did we? Oh, yes, of course. All that in a bag of chips.
Hey, who said chips? I heard chips.
What we did there, well, it wasn't pretty.
Well, Vegeta, I think they're all dead. Now nothing stands between us and the boy king.
Watch your mouth, Nappa. It's Prince Vegeta to you. Don't you ever forget that. Hey, Raditz, try to keep up.
Hey, I killed my fair share.
Oh yes, I know. I bet a Cyberman would have done a better job. One of the weaker ones. Yes.
There, Raditz. It's okay. You'll be stronger than a Cyberman one day.
You think Frieza will give us time off after this? We managed to do in 3 days what most other squads do in a month. I think that kind of efficiency should be rewarded.
Try not to think, Raditz. It doesn't suit you. Say, that even weaker sibling of yours.
His name is Kakarot.
Yeah, that one. He should be in his 20s around about now. I think it's time we had ourselves a little reunion.
Reunion?
Yeah! What are you, deaf as well as dumb?
Nappa, don't interrupt.
Sorry, I couldn't resist. He's just so easy to make fun of.
Apology accepted, and joke appreciated. Once we get back and have reported to Frieza, I wish to share something with you, Raditz. You see, I don't know where you stand on all of this, but me and Nappa are getting sick and tired of living under Frieza's boot. I am indeed aware that we are outnumbered, but hey, the more the merrier. What do you say? Care to join in the fireworks?
You seriously think Frieza won't have thought of this?
He may be a pompous fool, but he isn't stupid. I'm sure he already suspects us.
Why would you put yourself in danger like that?
Who said anything about me in danger? If you get caught, that's your own problem.
What?
Unlike you, Raditz, I have a reputation to keep up. I am the Prince of all Saiyans. Frieza would see through me at once if I was about to overthrow him. But you are so small and insignificant that maybe, just maybe, you might be able to slip by undetected and enact our plan.
Yeah, he's so weak, he could be mistaken for a Cyberman.
Nappa, please! You're obsessed with those wretched creatures. Last chance, big guy. Are you in or out?
Yes, Prince Vegeta. I'm in.
About time.
Good. Now let's go. We have unfinished business to attend to.
Wow. Were you really scared, Papa?
You know, I like to tell myself that I'm cautious, just like my mom wanted me to be.
Can you tell me more about Grandma? I'm surprised you don't mention her more, seeing how much you looked up to her.
Well, I guess we're pretty lucky, aren't we? It's a good thing we decided to ignore Frieza's orders to go home.
Now I'll never get to be King Vegeta.
What about your younger brother, Raditz?
He was just gonna be a low-class warrior. He was still at home sleeping in a nursing capsule. A disgrace! I think Mom sent me a message that they were sending Kakarot off planet in a pod. Oh well, I couldn't care less. 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 Stop it, Mom. I'm fine. Jeez. Mom? I can't hear you. Mom? Mom! Mom!
Why did you make up all that stuff earlier?
Truth be told, I forgot a lot of it. Most of the time, I didn't really think a lot on how much I had lost. It's only just now it's coming back to me that I forgot some really important stuff. But above everything else, I guess I just wanted you to be proud of me. Proud of your heritage, you know? Have some good examples from your good old dad.
But I'm already proud. 'Cause you're my papa.
Oh, poor thing. All tuckered out. History lessons sure can be exhausting.
She took it like a champ. A lot of stuff that we got through today.
I wasn't talking about her, darling.
I had a feeling you'd be here.
Didn't want to intrude on your special day, but I thought it would be good to stick around for this.
How long have you been standing there?
Long enough to hear all the stuff you made up.
I mean, can you blame me?
Actually, yeah, I could. At least you didn't lie about anything to do with me.
I just embellished the truth here and there, and to keep the kids interested.
They seemed really interested.
Tell me, do you think about your dad sometimes? Considering all that stuff?
He wasn't the nicest guy, so no, I don't. Do you?
Do I what?
Think about your father.
Sometimes. But like you said, I think that he may not have been the nicest of guys either. But I still miss him, you know? I'm not even sure what I remember about him is even true. Most of the time he was awful to me. But he did have his moments.
Hey, kid. Not bad out there. You did good. I see. Well, one thing's for sure. You're a good father. That's all that matters. I think your mother would have been proud that you and Goku turned out okay.
You know what, Green Man? You're right. That is all that matters.
Night by night, I look to the stars to learn what we are at least were. Papa said that we live to fight. Of that I've lost sight. I just want you with me. I wanna stay with you. It's all that I want. I wanna stay with you. Make each moment count. Let's get away from here. Let our fathers think of yesterday. I wanna stay with you. Let's chase our cares away.
It's been a while since Majin Buu endangered our world. What am I to do? Start a dojo? But how and who could help me? Next time on Dragon Ball R&R, A Mighty Ransom, Tien Shinhan's Turmoil. That doesn't sound good.